I will tell you how this deal works. One early spring, I decided to sell our travel trailer. It was only a few years old, looked new inside and out, priced right, and it was prime time of year to sell. I knew it would be gone after a showing or two. The first family shows up, after an odd phone call. The wife does all the talking, but made it clear that her husband Glenn makes the decisions in the family. She asks a ton of questions on the phone, so she could give the info to Glenn. Glenn is in the room with her as this is going on. Weird, but whatever. They roll in and I meet Glenn. He tries to avoid eye contact and is trying to play a power game. The wife and kids are in love with the camper, polite and friendly. Glenn is a dick. As I answer his questions, he occasionally smirks. At this point, I am not interested in selling him dog shit fresh from my backyard, but I am not lowering myself to his behavior. I give him the respect he does not deserve, taking the high road, since his poor wife and kids don't need to see me telling him to GTFO. Eventually Glenn says, I am going to be giving you $XXXX, we will be back next weekend with the check. He barks at his wife and kids to get back in the car. I tell him that I did not agree to any price. Maybe it will still be around next weekend, maybe not. He smirks again and drives away. Glenn's price was exactly what I would have accepted from any potential buyer who was not a dick. At that point I was clear about one thing, Glenn will never end up with my camper because, well, you know. The next day, a couple shows up to look at the trailer. They are slack-jawed at the price and condition, and ask what I will take for it, as they can meet me later in the day, with cash. I offer to sell it to them for Glenn's price. A few hours later, I have a fat stack of $100 bills in hand, and they leave with the trailer, thrilled with the deal. The next Friday, just as I expected, Glenn's abused wife calls. She tells me that they got a loan and want to pick the trailer up tomorrow. I play dumb and ask what she means. After she explains it again, I drop a bomb. So sorry, but it is gone. I tell her that all Glenn had to do was respectfully offer the amount he told me I would be taking, then leave a deposit check, and you would be picking up your camper tomorrow. I reminded her that she was standing there when I told Glenn that we had not agreed to a price, and it was still very much for sale to whomever wanted it. Finally, I told her to make sure that Glenn knows that it sold, for his price, the next day. So sad, seems that Glenn was a dick, who got the dick, on this one.